One of my biggest regrets is not yapping to my phone sooner in my life, because this could completely change your life. Some people are making millions of dollars just from yapping, just from talking to their phone. So you have a phone, I have a phone. Some people are making millions of dollars doing this, and they're having a huge impact. It's not just about the money. It's also about the message that you want to send to the world. So it's like, if you have that gut feeling that you want to do this, you have to pursue it, because then it becomes something that like you're meant to do. Like if you have this sense of meaning, you find it meaningful to actually make videos, then you can think of it as something that you're meant to do, right? Meaningful, meant to do. They're related. It's you're meant to do things that are meaningful. And you could think of it in a way that like that's your destiny. That like that's the person you're supposed to be. And if you have that conviction, that drive, then it's very hard to stop you. It's very hard to stop someone who thinks they're meant to do something. So if you feel like you're meant to make videos, you're meant to express yourself, you're meant to get your message across, you're meant to help people in some way by just communicating to your phone, then it'll be very hard to stop you. Because a lot of people don't have that. They don't have that drive. They don't have that feeling that they could pursue it and actually start working on it. Because people have the feeling. Let me correct myself. People have the feeling. 40% of people want to be YouTubers, right? But people don't get started. They don't actually follow the feeling. They don't recognize that as something that should change their decisions. But if you want to learn, you have to change your decisions, right? A lot of people want life-changing advice, but they don't want to make changes in their life. You need to change your life for the life-changing advice to work. So if you want to be a YouTuber or an Instagram creator, whatever, you want to put yourself out there, you have a desire to follow that. Because like it's not just you, it's also the person that you could potentially help. Like if you put out your videos, some of my videos, they get like 20 views, 15 views, but every once in a while, I'll get a comment that says like, this video really helped me out. And that one comment is enough for me to keep going. Because there's real people on the other side of the camera that you could potentially help. And if you do it consistently, eventually you'll get that comment. And that comment, if you really think about it, should be enough to keep you going as well. Because if you have something to say that could help people, then you kind of have an obligation to put it out there. Like it's a tragedy to go about your life learning so many things, having so many stories, having so many perspectives that you could share with the world and not sharing it. Like imagine if you passed away and you had nothing to pass on. The one thing about making videos, yeah, of course it can make you money, it could be if you can build a business, but also it's like it gives you some sort of legacy. You know, it gives you something that people can learn from, even when you're gone, which is I think is like kind of cool. Like it's kind of cool that like if something happened to me, I would have this whole YouTube channel that like just had a lot of my thoughts, a lot of my ideas. So it's like if you have this greater vision of what your channel could mean, then the negative comments, the people's doubts, like that stuff doesn't really matter. Because you have to look at things in like the grand scheme of things, the grand scheme of things. In the grand scheme of things, the people who are judging you, eventually they just get bored of judging you if you just keep going. Like if you do this for the rest of your life, do you really think like the one hater who's stopping you from posting videos right now, do you really think they'll be hating by the end of your life? Like no, people get bored of hating. So even if you have this opinion like, oh no, someone's gonna think it's cringe, maybe they will think it's cringe, but it's only for a short period of time. And if you overcome that period of time and you just keep going, they just get bored of it. They stop talking about you because it's not that exciting to keep hating on someone. It starts to get boring. So don't let something like that hold you back, because that's the one thing that really holds people back is people's fear of judgment, their fear of being judged. And that relates to like a tribal instinct that we have. It's like throughout human history, we've mostly developed through tribes, right? And if you got kicked out of the tribe, a lot of times that meant that you would die because like it would be hard to get food and water, and it would just be a lot harder to survive if you weren't in a tribe. So now our minds have developed and we're like, oh no, we can't get kicked out of the tribe. But the thing is, life has changed significantly. Like we don't live in tribes anymore. And also we over-exaggerate these fears in our head. We over-exaggerate the judgment that people will have. Like maybe the people that you're so scared of that are going to judge you, maybe those people would actually be supportive, but you wouldn't know until you actually put it out there. And here's the thing, once you start making content, you kind of figure out who your real friends are, because you could see who's supporting you and who's not, who's actually reaching out to you, giving you positive encouragement. Because if you posted a video that wasn't very good, your close friends, they'll still support you. They won't lie to you. They don't need to lie to you and tell you it's amazing, but they should at least support the act of you doing it, the act of you pursuing something that you truly wanted to do. Because that's what a true friend does. They genuinely are rooting for you. So it's like, you got to put it out there to, one, see who your true friends are, to two, follow the instinct that you have, the desire that you have, to three, get your message across, get your message to the people who actually need to hear it, who actually want to hear it. So don't let that hold you back. I know this video is about yapping, and now I'm getting pretty meaty. I'm going a lot deeper than just yapping, but I wanted to talk about those points because I think those are the things that hold people back from yapping to their phones. And you don't know what kind of impact you would have. And it's not easy. Of course, it's not going to be easy to get started, to post your content, to actually speak on camera. Maybe you'll stutter, maybe you'll repeat yourself. And if you're having trouble doing that, you could sign up for a free coaching session with the link in the description. But even though it won't be easy to do that, it will be worth it. Life's not easy, but it's worth it. Take care.